Welcome back to LearnX, and today we will define the diaphragms for our G+6 building, and also we will add the remaining stories for our model. But before that, there's a problem that previously in the past lecture we assigned the loads of the staircase on this landing beam, but there's a problem, man. Here that this is not the landing before our staircase, because if our staircase start from here, and it will be in 1.5 meter height, the loads on that staircase, but this is the plane beam of the ground floor, and I must delete this load, and first I select this beam, one frame selected, you can see here, and then go to assign frame loads, distribute it, and then delete existing loads. I'll apply on this beam, you can see the loads deleted, and again I assigned it 10.55 kilonewton per meter, the wall loads on the ground floor or plane beam in our model. And we have to select it first, then apply. You can see that 10.55 kilonewton already applied in our plane beam. So now it's the time to add the remaining stories for our model, and to do that I need to go to the edit menu, then here edit stories and grid systems, click on that, modify show stair data, and here I have to right click on it, add a story, keep existing story heights, clicking on it, then it tells me what's your story height. The story height is 3 meter, number of the stories, how many stories you want to add to above which story. The story 1, above story 1 I want to add the 6 stories above story 1, because this is a ground floor, and replicate new story from existing story. From story 1 I want to replicate all the things like loads and everything will replicate it. Now I'm going to the ground floor plant, and to do that, here with these move up and move down arrow keys, you can switch between the plans and story, and I go to the ground floor plan. Here I have to remove the slabs because we don't have slabs on the ground floor. We only added the slabs first for ground floor to add the other stories, and we don't and after adding the stories, now I want to add the landing beam of the staircase. And first we have to check the snap option here. Snap option, it's in draw menu, snap options. It must be checked, line ends and midpoints. When this is checked, it shows you the midpoints of the column beam and every element of the model. It must be checked. Okay, now we have to come and draw beam here, and you have to select your beam. Mine is already selected, beam 450 by 230. Now we add the landing beam, click here and drag it right here and right click to and the object. We draw the landing beam, then select it and want to replicate it to the other remaining stories. For doing that, I selected first the landing beam, then go to edit, replicate, and story here to replicate on story 2. Press Ctrl and then select all the remaining stories. Then click on apply, and I undo it. Yeah. Yes. First we have to assign the loads, then replicate to also replicate the loads, then assign frame loads and distribute it. We found it earlier that the staircase load on the landing beam was 11 kN per meter. Then add to existing loads. Then the other parts are okay, and click apply. Okay. Now we have to replicate this landing beam to the other remaining stories. Go to edit, replicate, story, and press Ctrl and select all the above stories, then apply. You can see that all the all the landing beam replicated successfully to the other stories. This is our landing beam, and this is main beam. This is now we have to define the diaphragm. You know that the diaphragm represents the floor slab acting as a rigid horizontal plate that distributes seismic and wind forces to the vertical structural elements. And for reinforced concrete buildings, we generally assume the slab to act as a rigid diaphragm, which is the most common and recommended practice in the building structures. And we come here in diaphragms, and we have D1 already here, and we have to add 6 more diaphragms here. D2, and rigidity is rigid. For steel structure, it's semi-rigid, and for reinforced concrete, we have to select the rigid. D2 and D3, D4, D5, and D6. And that's it for today. Be with me. In the next lecture, we will assign diaphragms to every story. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified about the next part.